Hey guys, Leanne here on GradysMom. I have a new cooking video for you today. This is sort of a version, my own version of several different things that I've either tried or kind of seen on Pinterest. I've made it twice so far. I haven't shared any details on it at all because I wanted to make sure by making it a couple times I kind of tweaked things to get it just right before I shared it. This is a corn chowder with a lot of different components in it. This is going to be the way that I love this is the way that I love. The first time I did it a little bit different, the second time I tweaked things, and the second time it came out just right. So what you're going to need for this is some cilantro, fresh cilantro, salt and pepper, chicken broth. These are the 32-ounce cartons. So this one is half full and this one is full. So you're going to need about 48 ounces. They do come in a 48-ounce carton, so if that's easier, just buy that. So this again is full, this is half full, so you're going to need 48 ounces of chicken broth. You're going to need 2 medium red potatoes. You can also use regular potatoes or just 1 large potato. This was just 2 medium red potatoes. You're going to need about 1 pound of andouille sausage. You could also use chorizo. I've done it with both. The first time I did chorizo, the second time I did andouille, and I actually like the andouille better, so that's what this is. You're going to need a small little cooking onion. You're going to need a little container here, a ½ pint container of heavy cream, some chicken thigh. This is all cubed up and I took most of the fat off and it's obviously boneless. You could use chicken breast, but I would recommend chicken thigh. But again, I know some people don't like chicken thigh, so chicken breast would be okay as well. 2 cans of creamed corn. Actually, this is the creamed corn here. I thought that one was, but I'm just going to grab another one of these. So 2 cans of creamed corn and 1 bag of frozen whole kernel corn. And you're going to need about 1.5 tablespoons of sugar, which just makes everything come together. So the first thing I'm going to do, obviously, get my crock pot out, put my crock pot liner in. I use these all the time. I talk about them all the time on different social media. These make your life a lot easier, guys, so you're not spending half your night scrubbing and soaking a crock pot. They just really help with cleanup. And then I am going to get the andouille and the chicken thighs into a hot pot that I already have heating up here with just a tiny little bit of vegetable oil on the bottom. If you're in a pinch and you don't have time for this step and you kind of just need to run out the door, you absolutely could throw these things in the crock pot raw, because this is a recipe that cooks for 7 hours. So there's no issue with it not being cooked. I just prefer the overall end result and the flavor when I take this quick step just to sear these. So I'm going to go ahead, get these in just for a couple minutes, get a little bit of color on them, and bring it all together in the crock pot. P.S. I am missing 1 ingredient. It is green chilies in a can. Actually, after I film this segment, I have to run out to the store and grab them, but I will show you the can and I will show you them going into the crock pot. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so I threw the raw chicken thigh and the andouille in this hot pot. You want to let the pot get really hot, and literally I'm just going to let them do their thing for, I don't know, 2 to 3 minutes, turn them halfway. You just want a little bit of color on them. The sausage is already cooked, but you want a little color, and the chicken obviously is raw, but you want just a little bit of color. It really makes a difference in the end result. Alright guys, so you just want a little bit of color on them, which I have. So the chicken is still raw, it just has a little bit of color. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to transfer all the meat into here and then bring everything else together. Alright, so the chicken and the andouille sausage is in. Next I'm going to add the potatoes. Again guys, you can use brown potatoes, you don't have to use red. I prefer it, it's just what I happen to have on hand, but if I only had brown, I would do this, I would just add the brown. I'm going to do a tablespoon of just regular sugar, and then I'm going to get about 1/2 tablespoon, so 1.5 tablespoons of sugar. I'm going to do the onion that I diced up. If you like a little more onion, you could add onion. If you want this spicy, you could add jalapeno. Like I said earlier, I'm going to run to the store literally when I set this crock pot and go grab a can of chilies. I'm actually going to grab a couple because I need them for different things, and I might as well just get 2 or 3. Next is the first can of creamed corn. and the second can of creamed corn going in. Next, I'm gonna do the broth that has half, because I used it for something else. So I'm just gonna put the container that has half in, and then the whole container. This makes a good amount of soup. I actually am probably gonna end up freezing some of this because it's just Matt and I. I'll be lucky if my son even tries this. But yeah, it does make a good amount of soup. So next, let me go ahead and just give this a stir. Now what makes it creamy is obviously the heavy cream. We are not going to add that until the end, about the last half an hour, because we don't want it to curdle. It doesn't need to be in here now. So we're just going to let this cook, this mixture here. We're going to let this cook for 7 hours on low. Right around the end of that time, when it's getting ready to, the timer's going to go off, I will come back. I'm going to add the heavy cream and the cilantro, and that'll thicken everything up. And this is going to thin out on its own. And also, like I mentioned, I will show you guys when I'm adding the chilies, just so you can see the can and see what I use. So I'm going to go ahead and get this on low for 7 hours. And I will see you guys in a little bit. P.S. Frozen corn. Totally forgot that because I stirred it first. Frozen corn going in. I'm trying to turn my surface light on. And I will see you guys when I put the chilies in just a little bit. Alright guys, so a couple hours have gone by and this is what I needed, the diced green chilies. I think this is yes, it's a 4-ounce can. I did get a couple at the store, so I have some in my canned goods cabinet, but I'm gonna go ahead and add this in. A couple hours, I think I said, have gone by. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this can right in. Put the whole thing in. And they're not spicy, they're just for flavor. And then while I'm in here, I'm gonna go ahead and give this all a stir. It smells really good. I'm just gonna stir it up so the chilies get incorporated. Normally you would just put the chilies in the beginning when you put everything else in. So again, we've got 5 hours left. So in the last, I don't know, 20 minutes or so, I'll be back because I'm gonna add the heavy cream and the cilantro and finish it all off. It's gonna be really good, so I'll see you guys a little bit later. Hey guys, I'm back, and as you can see, there's only a little bit of time left, so I'm gonna go ahead now and I'm gonna get my cilantro in. You can add as much or as little as you like. I know cilantro is something that not everybody loves, but I'm gonna put in my cilantro, I'm gonna put in my heavy cream, and this will make it nice and creamy. I put a half pint in. Just gonna give it a stir and let it finish cooking and then dig in. It's gonna be really good. I really like corn chowders. I mean, obviously I love it year round, but I really like corn in general in the warmer months. I don't know, it just always is tasty to me, like in the spring and summer. So I'm just giving it a nice stir. That looks good. And I'm just gonna put the top back on, let it finish up cooking, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like when I plate it up. Alright guys, here's how it came out. I just added some fresh cilantro on top and a little bit of black pepper. It's really delicious. I just bit into it. We're actually gonna have this for dinner, and then I'm gonna go ahead and freeze some, let it cool down, and freeze it so we have a future dinner. And I'm even going to get an extra bowl ready for myself so I can have it for lunch another day this week. So I hope you guys enjoyed this cooking video. I will type everything up down below as always. Have a great day guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.